Oh, hey. I can't explain. For some reason now, I'm really thirsty, so I had to pull my Pana water over here because I've been, for some reason now, super thirsty or something. I don't know how the whole marijuana thing works, but it helps, I guess. Hey guys, it's good to see you again. Today I want to talk about the marijuana industry and also all the marijuana stocks that are out there so that you can buy. And something that is bothering me about it, I think it is something that it should be talked about. So I'm going to express some of the things that are concerning to me on why the marijuana industry hasn't boomed up as it should be. I think a lot of people were excited about it. I saw a lot of documentaries. It was a lot in the news. I see a lot of blogs about it. But for some reason, I don't feel like the marijuana has gone anywhere from when it was underground. Yeah, we see some dispensaries around, but for some reason I don't feel the any more of the energy that marijuana was bringing to the market. Welcome to SimpleChew. I'm your host Hank, and I'm your awkward, boring accountant. I've been doing this for 10 years. I also run a resale business for 5 years. And if you've been following me, thank you very much. Every like that you give this video or any of my other videos is going to be some rich energy vibes going your way. Also, if you're new, welcome. I suggest you to subscribe and also hit the bell button because I deliver videos every Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I usually talk about investment education, resale education, and also accounting practices, focus on taxes. I also have a ebook for you guys, a free ebook for if you're trying to start investing. It's the Investing 101. I'm gonna put a link here how it looks. Also, you can take the book for free at www.simplechew.com. It's all free for you guys. So the first thing or issue that is not making the marijuana industry really exciting, is not making it grow as fast as everybody was hoping, and just be in the public more and people to be more excited about it, I think is that how bad they're performing it is. If you go see any stock about anything that has to do with marijuana, any distribution or manufacturing of marijuana or any pharmaceuticals that have to do with marijuana, they are all not doing well. They're all not making money. They're all in debt. So now let's go look at some of the most popular marijuana stocks out there and see how they're doing. This is something that is really concerning because when I go and see some of these companies, they're not doing as well that I was expecting them to do. So we see here marijuana stocks on the NASDAQ for July 2020. And we go down, we see they explain what these companies are doing, and then we see. So the best value stocks on the NASDAQ, Emirates and Tilray and GW Pharmaceuticals. You go and look at them. You go look at the stock quote, and then I mean it's essentially like a penny stock almost. Like they're so cheap right now. Granted, the industry just started, so I give them that. But you go to the balance sheet and you go to the fundamental, you see like total debt $225 million, and their total assets is only 167,000. So they can't even cover, their assets cannot cover their debt. Why this debt? Obviously, we know that how in the U.S. how hard is to the barrier entry for some of these companies. If you try to open a recreational marijuana dispensary, is super expensive. I think you need like a couple $1 million to open it, and time to wait and rent and all that. And then we come and see the income statement, and we see net income they is negative 235 million. So this company is obviously not making money. That's troubling if a company is not making money. Me as a long-term investor, very conservative, I would not be investing in the stock market anytime soon. It's just like it doesn't make sense. Like they're not making any money. So this keeps going. Even if we look at other companies, it's the same story. We can go to Tilray, or let's go to the GM. Maybe they did do GW. Sorry, see how they do. So price wise, they're doing is not a penny stock, which is good. Then we go to the balance sheet. They had a 469 $1 million in debt, and then the total assets 854. So this is like a pharmaceutical company. Like they put in work, and then we see the income statement. They're behind. They're in the red, 9 million. So that's some things that you need to figure it out. Maybe this is just a bad week or a bad month because of coronavirus, so we can't judge them. But I've been doing research because I wanted to invest, and I'm not really convinced that they're doing as well that I wish they would. The second thing that I think that is not making the marijuana industry really successful is that it's not sexualized. Everything in America is really sexualized. Everything from cars, cigarettes, alcohol, fashion, everything that has to do with things that either essentially not good for you, they all revolve into sexualizing it at the end of the day. Because we can go and we can go back to the cigarette ads from the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s and 60s. They all had like a pretty woman smoking. There was a handsome guy smoking, and to this day, kids in high school and colleges, they smoke because they still think it's cool. They think that somebody sees them smoking, especially in high school. If they see like people see them smoking, they think, oh, they're the coolest kid in the school. It happened when I was in high school that it was really popular. Even if in college, when I was in college, people were like, it was a social thing. Like, hey, everybody's smoking, everybody's cool, everybody's like, yeah, this is what we do kind of thing. So that's one of the problems with marijuana, because marijuana is super like not really sexualized. Like when I was watching some other documentaries, when I see people, the type of people who are arguing for marijuana, they're not really good looking people. They all look kind of doughy. Just not to judge, but this is the things that I've seen in the industry. The ads, I don't see any ads about marijuana. It usually the people who are advertising marijuana, it's just they look like bums, or they look like losers. They don't look like cool people. Even though I see like Joe Rogan, that he does it, he really advertises it, and you can see he's wildly successful. I'm not saying that you cannot be successful if you do it, but what I'm saying is the people who advertisement who are putting the face of marijuana out there, they're not the best people. I think that I think we need more like successful people talking about it. And I don't think it has happened. It's incredible the benefits of marijuana. So I'm not saying that it should be not legalized or anything about that. I'm just talking about that if in the industry, if people like me, like investors, want to invest in it, we want other people to be super excited. We want society to be excited about it and buy like cigarettes and alcohol. Alcohol is another thing. We know alcohol is bad for you. We know how bad it is for you, health wise, in your pockets, how bad it is, how much money people spend. It's just not good for you at all. But people still buy it, and people always associate alcohol with sex, people with fun and with success. Because when you finish a business deal, what you do, you're gonna go and have a nice glass of whiskey, a really expensive bottle of wine, or a really expensive bottle of champagne. We can celebrate with alcohol. Alcohol represents success. Alcohol for some people, like if you're young, if you're in the club, it represents sex, because that's what the advertisement is all about. They put naked ladies out there dancing also. That it represents, and that's the thing that I think as an investor you want to see. Like, you want people to get excited about it. I think at the end of the day, what I want to see about marijuana, the ads and what's portraying to society about marijuana, is like the creativity that it portrays. Like, I know a lot of rappers use it. I know a lot of artists use it, and it's just amazing what it does. I think if people in fitness uses it a lot, if they like to work out, I think if they show up and they advertise it in their way, I think it's gonna be really beneficial. And the other thing, I think also it has to be more sexy at the end of the day. We don't want to see like a couch potato type of guy smoking weed, eating chips and nachos or whatever because he's hungry, or the munchies. Like, nobody wants that. Everybody's like thinking about, like, you have a shot or something, you're not thinking of getting fat. If you smoke or something, if you start smoking marijuana, you start thinking, oh, I'm gonna get fat because I'm gonna be eating cookie dough. That's the end of the video, guys. That's all I got for today. I think that marijuana, it has to be a little bit sexualized. It has to show the more positive and more exciting part of marijuana. I think it's a fantastic substance for people to be using if they want recreationally and medically is just unbelievable. The benefits that's a whole another category. But I think if the recreationally picks up, I think it has to be more sexualized. I think, in my opinion, because that's what works in this country, in the United States. So if that happens, it's gonna be positive for the industry. I think that all these companies, all these stocks are gonna go up, and they're not gonna be in the pennies. They're not gonna be considered penny stocks anymore, and I think they're gonna start making money. Also, hopefully, the federal government realizes how good and important marijuana is, and they hopefully legalize it in the federally status, which is gonna much support the industry, and it's gonna make it grow even faster and be more successful, which is something that should be talked about, and I don't think anybody's talking about it. I think everybody's so excited about the state, but the states doesn't have a lot of power, especially with banks and connecting with business owners who have dispensaries. And the other thing is that the cost of entry has to be lower. I understand that it's a risk for the owners to open one, so they don't want to take the risk of opening one. There's also a risk for the landlords. They don't want to rent to the dispensary, and then banks, they don't want to hold your money. So it's all a domino effect that is affecting the whole industry, and I think it's gonna keep it down. I think lobbyists know this, but it can get super complicated. But thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you guys keep it simple.